Tesla stock is set to rally 130%, and Rivian is expected to hit $35 amidst production headwinds. What more do the pros have to say concerning these two EV makers? Well, in our video today, we will give you exciting predictions for Tesla and Rivian this year. Both EV makers have done some things right. Tesla, for one, was the first automaker in more than half a century to successfully build itself from scratch up to mass production.
Good work.
In 2022 alone, the company produced more than 1.3 million EVs and has also successfully resolved recurring profitability issues over the years. In the past 5 quarters, Tesla has produced a GAAP profit ranging between $1.62 billion and $3.32 billion. Rivian entered the stock market in 2021 with a lot to prove. Rivian's relationship with Amazon was so hyped up, and expectations were that the deal would bring in more revenue to the company. As of now, we are still yet to see what Rivian has to prove. Price targets have always been incredibly important to investors in the stock market, and in a little bit, we'll give you what to expect as far as price is concerned in 2023. The outlook for both EV makers last quarter was well below standard. Although Tesla is currently dominating the market, competition in Eurasia, particularly China, continues to plague the earnings of the company. Tesla shares are down more than 72%, and the probability of a comeback is plausible if the economy does not suffer the same macroeconomic issues it did last year. The story is not so different for Rivian as well. Supply chain issues had been a major challenge for the company, so much so that Rivian slashed its target of 50,000 vehicles to 25,000 and still missed production targets at the end of the year. The pros claim these challenges are only in the short term. There is still so much more both EV makers could prove. If you like what you're hearing so far, share this video with loved ones who are excited about the happenings of the stock market as well. Now let's talk about price targets. Forecasts predict that Tesla will reach $105 per share by mid-2023 and $120 by the end of the year. This will represent a plus 53% rise from the current share price. The good thing about the EV industry is that demand continues to be high. If Tesla indeed releases its much-anticipated truck, demand is expected even to be higher and boost the company's revenue. Over the next 2 years, the EV maker is prepared to ramp up production by about 50%, which is likely in response to high demand. For RG Scaringe's Rivian, experts say the company is likely to hit $35 by the close of the year. Although Evercore analysts adjusted the price rating, they still insist that Rivian is the most well-funded company of the 3 new EV entrants and still has as much potential to pick up this year. The average analyst price target for Rivian implies a considerable upside for the EV maker. Amazon still remains Rivian's largest shareholder, and Jeff Bezos has stated that he believes there would be 100,000 Amazon EDVs on the road by 2024. These are quite good predictions for both EV makers, but what does the long term look like for Tesla and Rivian? We'll give you the details shortly, and more updates even in subsequent videos, so make sure to click on the subscribe button below. Tesla is set to ramp up production at its gigafactories in Austin and Berlin. This should lift margins by an increasing amount in 2023. Baird analysts recently named TSLA the best idea for 2023, stating, "We are encouraged by reports of production in Berlin reaching milestones of 3K vehicles per week and production targets of 75K in Q1 23. Rivian has also scrapped plans to make electric vans in Europe with Mercedes in order to focus on its RT truck production. Both EV makers are scaling up on production this year. For the long term, the pros predict a potential demand boost for Tesla's Cybertruck and semi-vehicles that are expected to come to the market in 2023. Tesla is still one of the most attractive stocks due to its pricing power, superior cost structure, and capacity to support considerable growth. Rivian, on the other hand, still has a lot of catching up to do. Investors still have bullish sentiments on the EV maker, and if supply chain and production issues are resolved, Rivian should be back on its feet. Both EV makers are doing their best, but it seems Tesla is the more bullish option currently. Find out more about the EV maker's stock performance in our video that talks about a 130% rally for Tesla coming up in 2023. It's been great coming your way. See you next time.